Let's talk a little bit about escalation clauses here in this current market. So let's say you are a buyer and you found the perfect home, you're ready to make an offer. Hopefully you're working with a good agent that explains to you that we are still in a multiple offer situation and you could quite possibly be competing with other offers. So escalation clause is a good thing to put in.
I had a buyer who wanted to buy 85 acres of land over in Pennsylvania. He knew there was an escalation clause on it. He went up to $575 on his escalation clause. Somebody else came in with an escalation clause at $5,000 more, and they got that property that he'd been wanting since he was a kid because that's where he used to hunt and fish. And that escalation clause actually kicked him out. So escalation clauses come in handy. They're a great tool, but they keep you from bidding way too much on a property. So they are very handy.
You're gonna pick the highest number you want to escalate to for your offer price. You can go in increments up to your highest number. But the biggest thing that you want to consider is when you pick that highest number, if you lose by $1,000 over that number, that was it. That was your best offer. So that's kind of the most important part of the escalation clause, just making sure that you're fine with if you do get beat with your highest number, you're not going to be super upset about it. I mean, you're going to be upset, but you got to be able to just live with yourself at the end of the day and go on to the next home if you do lose out on an escalation clause.
They can work to your benefit in many ways, but can also kind of show your hand as far as what your client is willing to go up to. Before the whole craziness in the last 3 years, I probably only used 1 or 2 escalation clauses before that. They both won me the contract. However, again, it showed my client's hand as to what they were willing to go up to. If your client really wants the home, tell them to knock it out of the park. And what we'll do is we'll come in maybe $10,000 over asking for the initial offer. And then the number that you are trying to beat by, that's an important number to think about too. I've seen some where they're like, oh, well, we'll beat the next best offer by $500. You know, maybe that $500 doesn't equate to what someone would accept as with an as-is addendum. So I always suggest for my clients to make the amount substantial enough to make a seller jump at their offer. I always suggest minimum of 1,000, 2,000's even better, 5,000's great. And that's always dependent upon the original asking price of the home.